Guess what, Juice?
What?
We're recording
Awesome.
another episode of the Hidden Threads podcast. I was told I need to say the name of the podcast at the beginning.
Okay.
But when you're searching on Apple or Spotify, don't you know what you're clicking on?
I don't.
You don't? You just randomly click stuff? Or
Well, I have to look for certain things, but most of the time it's just, 80s music.
Or Harley
60s.
Davidson podcast or something?
Yeah.
So I just saw a guy. I was at a meeting just now, and he is on a Indian motorcycle.
Oh.
It's pretty sharp.
Some of them are.
Like a newer one. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Did they almost go out of business once?
They did go out of business.
All of them did.
Yeah.
Was hurting at one point. Harley didn't go out of business, but they were hurting.
Oh, Harley was hurting so bad they let a billiards and bowling company buy them.
Well, they went bankrupt, so they were kind of on the open market, right?
Yeah.
And got purchased and all that stuff. But
That was during the AMF years. They were terrible.
AMF.
years.
Remember those ugly cars AMF used to make?
Yes.
Did they make the Gremlin?
Yeah.
They made Hummer, though, didn't they?
I don't know if they did or not.
They made an ugly truck. I remember that. It was all squared off and
Yeah.
boxy looking. They didn't last long.
I don't know. Anything AMF is terrible, especially when it comes to motorcycles.
Right. Now I reckon they're pretty quality stuff. But who owns Indian now?
I don't know who. I think it's public access.
Oh, and investors own it.
Yeah.
So public company. But okay. Well, here we go, Juice. The topic today, talking about adultery cases.
Oh, my favorite.
The first part is signs your spouse is cheating. What do you think, Juice?
I'm not sure if we have enough time for all the signs. Let's
Tell
hit
me
the
what you
major
think.
ones.
Tell me what your major ones are.
The major ones: changing attitude towards you, work schedule changes, going out with friends schedule changes. But the biggest one is they don't want you to see their phone.
Don't want you to see their phone. That's a big one. When people come to me for a consultation, one of the first things they say to me is, "Yeah, she's hiding her phone. I don't know the password anymore."
Yeah. That's a clue.
Yeah, like my wife, she can grab my phone anytime.
Yeah.
And see this is the nonsense menu text back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
She goes, "What does this mean?"
Some of it she shouldn't read, but
She'll say, "What does this mean?" But yeah, I don't hide it. She don't hide hers from me. I can get in there.
yeah.
Like when we're riding down the road, she'll use my phone to look up stuff, or I'll use hers, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
care. But if that spouse is hiding it, being secretive about text messages, not necessarily taking your phone to the bathroom. People say that to me before, but I'm like, I don't know about that. That's a good place to read the news sometimes.
Depends.
It can be. It just depends. If they don't let you see it,
Yeah, that's a big clue.
we just lost video for just some reason.
No, we can't have that.
Well, they stream over Wi-Fi, so who knows what's going on there.
Well, they
Wi-Fi
need to get it fixed.
The Wi-Fi gremlins got us. But, excuse me. What's another sign you would say besides the phone? Phone's big now because everybody's got a phone in their hand. That's how we communicate 99% of the time.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the phone because they walk out of the room and they start talking a lot quieter, or they go outside to walk around the yard and talk.
Right. Have you seen that before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What about unexplained absences? Like they normally would be at home at night, and all of a sudden they're like, well, I'm going out with my buddies today.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's
Think
one of
that-
the ones I said at the beginning.
Yeah. Do you think that's weird, though? We get that a lot where they're like, yeah, she's got this new friend,
Yeah.
and they stay going all the time. She came in drunk at about 2 a.m. the other night.
Yeah. Not that it's weird if you have friends that you go out with once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
but normally it's a planned thing. When it's an all of a sudden thing, we just decided we're going to go out tonight and hang out, and then it becomes like once a week, once every 3 days, 3 times a week. That's a
Right.
clue.
So we had one time where the woman was telling my client, hey, I'm going out with friends after work, and she would go out every night. So I got to watching her, and one night she actually went ring shopping with her boyfriend in Belk.
Well, he's a friend.
Yeah. They were trying on engagement ring, like they were doing the whole thing where it's like, oh, look at me, I got my ring, and they were like taking pictures. Look.
Oh, imagine that.
It was around Christmas time, I remember, in Belk, so it was real crowded. So it was easy to get photos and videos because there's people standing around everywhere at Christmas time in Belk.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was telling him, hey, I'm going out with my buddies every night, and all of a sudden, I caught her with this guy, and then eventually one night I caught him doing it in the parking lot at work one night. But that's the one that was my first case.
Oh yeah,
where I was just scoping out the area one day. Now I've done surveillance many, many, many times before.
Yeah.
In other countries and all this, but I was driving around the corner and bam, there they were, holding hands, walking up the sidewalk.
So that's a gift.
I didn't have a camera going though.
Oh, ho ho ho!
So I learned. It's a learning experience, right?
Yeah.
Always have your camera going, right?
Yeah.
Some people say always be closing, ABC. Ours is always have your camera going,
right?
ABCG. Always have your camera going. Did you get it?
I don't think they're. Yeah.
All right.
We'll have to figure out another.
You didn't like that one?
Yeah. No.
All right. We'll come up with another one then. But yeah, so she's supposed to be at home, but all of a sudden her and her buddies are out partying, supposedly,
Trying on rings
with a guy.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's her buddy.
And then eventually having sex with the guy in the work parking lot. But
Well, she was just saying thank you for the ring.
that night she said she had a bad tire.
Okay.
He was kind of sending me information about what she was saying to him or where she was. So
She was testing out the tire while she was in the vehicle. Come on.
they did not have a bad tire. I had video going. Any other ideas? You mentioned one earlier, like their attitude changes towards you.
Oh yeah. That'll change. That's a big clue.
They become cold in the
Yeah.
house.
Distant. Don't want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They just going about their business.
Sexual relationship pretty much ceases. That's what
Yeah.
I've been told anyways. I haven't had this issue
Yeah.
in
It
about
does.
20 years. But
Yeah, it does.
quick. People say, yeah, there's no interest in intimacy or nothing like that.
No, none.
Because they're getting fulfilled somewhere else.
Yep.
And you're acting like you've had this happen, Juice.
Yeah, it may have
I
happened.
don't want to bring up your personal stuff, but you're towing the line here.
Yeah, I know. It may have happened.
Juice has been married before everybody. So,
yeah.
but they say intimacy. Intimacy.
There you go.
I'm trying to talk too loud, and it causes problems.
It's okay.
Sex life. How about that?
Yeah,
Stops.
that's a good one.
Stops. Okay, with your wife or partner, whoever it is. That's because they're getting that fulfillment out on the street somewhere, from somebody else. Somebody's more interesting, and they're not willing to work on their marriage, so they're stepping out, and here we go.
It's much easier if you just end the marriage and then go do whatever you want to do.
I always wondered that. Why don't we just say, hey, I don't want to be married anymore?
I don't know. I've done it a few times.
Well, you're a Marine.
Yeah.
Every good Marine's got an NJP and a divorce, right?
Or several. Yeah.
You get several NJPs too.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be another podcast episode.
Yeah.
So
We don't have time for all those.
I never got an NJP. What we're saying is non-judicial punishment for you.
Office hours.
For you Army people, it's what,
Yeah, Article 15.
Article 15.
Yeah.
Same thing. Office hours. But
Chesty Puller would have loved me.
oh yeah, you'd have been his radio operator.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of look like Chesty a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to come back in a little bit, and we're going to talk about how to act if you suspect it, what your goals should be, and then how to act if you do hire a PI. We'll be back in just a second. Hey everybody, Macky here. I just want to get into what we actually do here at Macky Outlaw Private Investigators. So we conduct domestic investigations, which includes your adultery and custody cases. You may have a cheating spouse that you're wanting to find out, or you may have shared custody and you're wanting to find out what the other parents are doing, maybe prove that they're not good parents for a custody modification. Also, what we do is criminal defense investigations. That's where people get in trouble and they need help proving their innocence. It could be either pre-conviction or post-conviction. So if you know people in those situations, just give us a ring. Also, we work missing person cases. That's where we track down people that are missing. It can be children, teenagers, all the way to senior adults. So if you have a case like that, how we work those cases is we use surveillance. We locate and find witnesses and interview them. Also conduct digital forensics where we extract deleted data and locate those digital artifacts to help your case. If you need those types of investigations done, you can always click the link and contact us. You can call us directly at 866-910-7499. That's 866-910-7499. Or visit us on the web at mackyoutlaw.com. Thank y'all. Well, you know what, Juice? We're recording.
All right. It's about time.
And I was just reading your shirt. It said, never forget, we live among giants.
Correct.
But you're not one of them.
No, I am not.
That was so mean. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It was low hanging fruit juice. I had to do it.
It's all right.
Y'all juice is shorter than I am. So,
I'm shorter than everybody, man.
but anyway, we give them a hard time about it sometimes. But we used to have the small microphones. Now we got the big ones.
Yeah.
And they cover you up over there.
That's good.
All right, next part. Second part of this. We've been talking about infidelity, adultery cases. What to do if you suspect your spouse is cheating on you. What do you think about that?
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be the spouse. It could be your significant other.
Somebody that you are upset about that they're cheating on you.
Right.
So it could be a longtime boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right.
Fiance. Typically it's a husband or wife though.
Yeah.
I say if you have a significant amount of assets and you're trying to protect that, don't tell them right away that you know.
I wouldn't tell them right away anyway.
I say let the lawyer tell them in a specific environment, either whether under oath.
Right.
Make them lie about it or tell the truth. One or the other's coming out, but keep that close to your vest. Now, if you're not worried about assets and those kind of things, you just want a divorce, then yeah, we're going to just tell them. Say, hey, I know about it. You know.
See, and I'm the opposite. I just say kick back and wait a little bit, get a little more information, a little more evidence before you just drop the bomb on them.
Let that lawyer drop the bomb on them too.
You just hand them the rope.
Yeah.
Hand them the rope.
Yep. We got a couple going on right now where we're feeding them rope, right?
Yeah. And I'm all about feeding them some rope.
And these people are hanging themselves with a long rope.
Yep.
And they have significant assets on the table too. These we're looking at, especially the one. But yeah, if you some people call us and they say, I don't really care about the court stuff. We're going to get divorced. They say, I just want to know. You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
They just want to know. Some people have religious reasons. They want to know if infidelity's taking place.
There's a lot of emotion that goes into it, though.
Yeah, there is.
So when they get told, yes, it's happening, there's a lot of emotion involved. And then that just clouds judgment at that point. So you have to stay cognizant of what you're doing and not just fly off the handle at them.
Mm-hmm. My tongue tying's rubbing off on you, Juice.
Yeah, that one did. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're trying to protect assets, so there's a lot of cash on the table, homes, those kind of things, let the lawyer handle the evidence. You keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
If they try to lie about it and those things, lawyers will trap them into a lie. A good one will, anyways. Or they just come out and tell the truth right there on whether under oath.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many of those.
It makes a difference when you're under oath, though. You start thinking about what you're saying. So,
well, everybody's first psychological response when they get caught doing something is to lie real quick.
Right.
Because they're trying to get out of it.
Right. What about how to act if you hire a PI?
Don't be suspicious yourself.
Yeah. Don't tell them you hired one.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before.
Rule number 1, don't say anything.
Just don't. Some people try to act over nice to their spouse when they hire a PI. Act normal. Don't fly off the handle when you're in an argument, because I know there's a lot of arguing going on when there's a divorce on the table or infidelity.
Emotions are high.
I've had them fly off the handle. Well, I hired a PI and they caught you.
Yeah, don't do that.
But you can do it if you want. You don't get money back with us, but that's in the contract. But don't tell them you hired one. And here's one I've been asked and I've told: what to do if they find a tracker on their car.
I don't know what's doing there. Deny.
I always tell them, say, hey, I can track my assets. I put it on there myself. Don't tell them you hired a PI to do it.
Right.
Because we had the one case where the woman found it and threw it out in the lake.
Yeah, that's right.
And it pinged
pinging for 40 days.
For a month and a half, it pinged. That guy just said, yeah, I put it on there. And then we're able to put another one on and continue to catch her acting out. So
right.
I would just say, yeah, I've got every right to track my assets. But yeah, if you hire a PI, don't be suspicious yourself. Don't be overly nice. Act like try to keep everything normal in the home like you've been doing. And just don't let them know that. Don't bring on any suspicion that you've hired one.
It's going to be hard because once people get to that point, it's very emotional. It's going to be hard to act normal, but you got to do it.
Yeah, you got to. What else, Juice?
Well, there's that. Don't say anything. Act as normal as you can. Most of the time, they're going to counter accuse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just go with it. Just be as nice as can be. Normal, everyday business talk, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't let on to anything.
Counter accuse. Does that get into gaslighting?
Oh, it does. Big time.
You have to see our episode on gaslighting.
Yeah. We did one of those, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it's out yet or not, but we did one. We recorded one about gaslighting. So, but yeah, those are some good tips from me and Juice. If you have questions, you can always give us a call. You know what I've been doing? I've been doing a free 30-minute consultation on how to hire a PI.
Really?
Yeah. You don't have to hire me. Just a 30-minute conversation. It is a conversation.
It is.
Consultation on how to hire a PI. 5 things you need to know. If you want to know, give me a call.
That'll work.
All right. I'm out of here, Juice.
All right.
Are you out?
Yep.
All
Bye.
right.